Hey, well, it's Saturday afternoon, and thought I'd post a quick update. The last 2 days have been, I think it's like 3 pounds between the 2 days, but I can't remember which was a 2 pound and which was 1. Anyway, it's been like 3 pounds. At any rate, today my total is, I am down 135. So that's awesome. I'm very happy with that. I'm still really having a hard time eating, but this afternoon I grilled a portobello mushroom and some octopus, and I didn't have any problems at all with that, and it was really quite good. So I'm in a lose, which would be about normal for this time since my fill, but I'm also in a high stress and not eating a lot. And then I had a few days where nothing stayed down, so I don't know how much of that has to do with that. But what I have been eating and what I have managed to keep down has been extremely high in protein. So I'm actually probably getting more protein than calories the last couple of days, which is fine because it's actually I'm actually feeling a little bit more human today. Still dealing with the trauma with my daughter, and it just feels like there's no end in sight to that. But one of my favorite sayings is everything I've learned and need to know about life I can sum up in 3 words, and those 3 words are, it goes on. So when I'm not wildly swinging from emotion to emotion, I'm just kind of going through the motions of everyday stuff. She has been gone since New Year's Eve, basically, and I've not heard from her at all since Wednesday afternoon. So, I know she's in town somewhere. We have people looking. It's not a crime to run away, and even though her boyfriend is physically and emotionally abusing her, unless they get a call to respond to an incident, they won't just go kick in doors. Fortunately, my friends and I don't actually live by that same code of ridiculousness. We're not above kicking in doors, so it may be in their best interest that the police find them first. And I guess with that, I would just encourage anybody who has kids, and certainly anybody who's got kids who are of the age where they're going to start dating and boyfriend, girlfriend, that kind of thing, I would suggest getting a very quick education on the high incidence of abuse in teenage relationships. Now, I left a horribly abusive relationship when my daughter was very young, 2.5, 3 years old, and so this has been something that I've always talked to her about. It was second nature to talking to her about drugs and sex and everything else. And I'm actually a talk until you're blue in the face and kind of person. I take every opportunity to educate her and give her information. And I'm not a person who's easily embarrassed. And so sometimes I know that gave her cause for alarm, but I didn't figure I had any right being embarrassed about things when we were talking and dealing with things like AIDS and pregnancy and those kind of things. So at any rate, as well as I did things and kept on top of things and as proactive as a parent as I am and have been, shit just gets in there, and there's just, yeah. And I mean, we caught this very early. This is not something that's been going on a long time. I mean, we're right in the right in the beginning phases of it, because I am on top of things, but this fucking sucks. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. She knows she has a family who loves her very much and who is absolutely devastated without her, and she knows she needs to come home. So even with all that, I suppose what I could report is that before, many years ago now, I would have drank or drugged myself stupid, but I have long since been past all that. But obviously my way of dealing of choice in the most recent years has been eating, but I am not having a lot of issues with the food thing. As a matter of fact, I did have to set an alarm to remind myself to eat, because I actually have quite an aversion. But what I'm noticing is that I'm not, when I'm in those really high peak stress moments, my mind is not automatically going to what's open, what can I have delivered, what's in the kitchen. So that just would seem to indicate that at least in part this new mindset has kind of taken over. I guess there's a lot, because I know the reality is that no matter what, I can't binge. Not the way that you want to do it when you're stressed out. If you have an eating disorder, you ever derived comfort from any kind of food, you know what I'm talking about. So physically, it's simply just not possible for me to do that at this point. So that might be part of the reason that seems to be easy for me. Or I don't even know if easy is the right word, but at any rate, it's not causing me a great deal of stress, which is great, because I don't really need anything else to be stressed out about, to be quite honest with you. What else was I going to say? Yeah, probably nothing. Anyway, I suppose that's it for now. I will update again, I don't know, whenever. I hope you all are having a really good weekend. Oh, I did want to, I wanted to say to Melissa, you look fan-freaking-tastic. 28 pounds is an unbelievable amount, and it is something to certainly be proud of, but I totally understand when you say, I just don't see it. I totally get it. Remember the arms? My freakishly long arms? Yeah, I totally get it, honey. So, but I want to assure you that it does mean something, and pretty soon that 28, you're just going to see that in the rear view mirror. It's just all downhill from here. So, that looks really great. And thanks for sharing your Christmas. That looked like you guys had a lot of fun that day. We don't have any little kids anymore, and I missed that. And I just wanted to thank you also, because you always have such nice things to say and great encouragement. I do appreciate that. And to Teresa, I wanted to thank you so much for your really kind email and words, and you always leave such nice comments too, and I've enjoyed your videos, and I'm really rooting for you with your surgery, because I know there's a lot of nerve-wracking stuff going on, especially with going to Mexico. My original plan was to go to Mexico. My original plan was for me to go to Mexico and have gastric bypass. How I ended up having lap band in my hometown, it's just been an interesting ride, but I do know that there was some stress associated with that, so I'm just praying for really calm nerves for you, and that, everything is just absolutely perfectly smooth and easy, and you're there and back home where you're comfortable really quickly. And there's you have to be commended for identifying and acknowledging the issues that you are unearthing, and that's the only way that anything changes. And I wish you much luck on that journey, because for me anyway, I found that to be the more laborious of the two journeys, the lap band versus the emotional sometimes. But it's really worth it to work those things out and get through it. But I do know a little something about some self-loathing. So anyway, I'm really got you in my thoughts, and I just really appreciate your kind words. And I look forward to hearing your successful journey to Mexico, hearing about that. So yeah, I will talk to you all later.